Good morning and a good day. Have a happy day. Happy day. Have a happy day full of common dermatology, full of knowledge of dermatology, full of a pleasant time in dermatology. It's a great honor for me to communicate with you all today as well. This one's on basic terminology in dermatology. When we're talking on this thing, we may come across a child, a 20 years old man or 50 years old man with some dandruff on the scalp. The dandruff is coming on the clothes as well. He's taken shower, he went off the shower to comb his hair, and then he saw the scales coming out of his scalp. The scales are there permanent, and then he is doing a lot of scratching also. This scales is called seborrheic dermatitis or dandruff. It's very commonly seen in almost everyone, but if you see something big, thick scale also under it, there is psoriasis. If you see some scarring as well, it may be black and dryness, or it may be yearly discontinuous dermatosis. And then we know all this thing. Then you have to go to the treatment of seborrheic dermatitis. You may try to do fungal infection, cultures, the result may be negative. You may try to do the investigation, all the investigations are fine. And when you do a panel of investigation, the result is zero. You think of treatment. Before you start of treatment, you think of giving some shampoo. You can select any shampoo, 2 shampoos at a time, and you can use it every day or alternate day. You're using a shampoo, choose small amount and put on the hair areas of the body, and that's it. And when you have to use a towel, you have to pat dry, not scratch too much. Once finished, then you have to use a comb. The comb may be 2 types, open comb and with closed comb. Use the open area of the comb and then use it on the hairs. Before taking after finishing towel, you put some hair oil or hair solution on the scalp, small amount, and then water it also. That extra is going to go on away. You use a shampoo, towel used, and then comb also used. You are very fine to take for the hospital or your place, but you may get some itching. For this itching, you have to give some antihistaminics, non-sedative type, so that the patient is not disturbed. It's fine in doing his work, and he should not scratch himself. And then he is doing his work, day is finished, and comes back home. A lot of scales again on the scalp, and some areas of the body. Maybe he has to do shampoo again. This shampoo can be done twice a week, thrice a week, twice a week, or once a week. And then gradually he will be fine. Some people may say, use some steroid lotion and some antifungal lotion, mix them together, put it on the scalp at night, alternate night, 1 cc. That may be extraordinarily beneficial, but it may give some smell as well. So use it alternate night and small amount. Don't worry about it. It's not going to be contact disease. So you can send your children to school. You can tell the children, the school people, and what's the problem with you. You will find so many children having this problem over there. So seborrheic dermatitis is like this, not a fungal infection, not a type of seborrhea, dandruff type of situation, severe type of situation. Loss of scales, coming on the scales on the scalp, and on the area of the body. This is how we treat. So we know about seborrheic dermatitis. By investigation, we come all investigation normal, and then the patient not any drugs. Not diabetic, it's not hypertensive. If they are, then he should take care of himself. He says basal metabolic rate is too high, he is too heavy, too overweight, he should reduce weight. He should make a habit of walking also. He can start with half a kilometer daily. Within few weeks, he will be 10 kilometers every day. Once he comes back after taking a walk, he can take a lot of water as well, so that everything goes fine and good. And then he can use cotton clothes as well for his sleeping and for the evening purposes and the morning purposes as well. He should use air conditioner. The ambient temperature not too much, not too cold temperature. It should be not hot at all as well. So when you see some dermatology slides, the slide book, you will see, this is dermatitis, this is seborrheic dermatitis. Now you will come across that so many people in your family also have seborrheic dermatitis, which is there because they are not taken care of. Let us take care of seborrheic dermatitis and we all will be fine. And let's have a happy day with seborrheic dermatitis, free of seborrheic dermatitis. Yes, please.
और सर फ्रिक्शन ब्लिस्टर्स क्या होते हैं?
Friction blisters. You see, if a person is walking too much, unnecessarily, without a good place or good shoes, then it is not good. He may get some blisters. This blisters because of friction. This is called friction blisters. He is working too much in his office or in the laboratory, and he using some terminology, some places which are not he comes accustomed used to. He may have some blisters. They are called friction blisters. He may be having some pumpholex or dyshydrotic eczema. This dehydrotic eczema coming some blisters. It's also called friction blisters. So any blisters which are coming without unknown reason, maybe because of friction blisters. You're using shaving, and then you have some up and down shaving, and you have some blisters. It's also called friction blisters. The best treatment is use the straight bath, then use some antibiotic ointment, and be kind to the area where you are having friction blisters, and be comfortable with the clothes which you are wearing. That's how you know friction blisters, and you manage it very nicely and neatly. Yes, please.
पेनफिगर्स क्या होती है?
You see, when you talk of pemphigus vulgaris, pemphigus is the autoimmune type of disease which affects the immunology of the patient. Immunology of the patient disturbed, maybe at a younger age, it may be middle age, lower age. You know, pemphigus involves Ig immunoglobulins as well. And then what happens is, you see epidermis, and epidermis, you see some layers are disturbed. The layers are disturbed, the pemphigus staining pattern is gone. Staining pattern is gone, you will get some blisters. If a patient gets some blisters on certain area of the body or whole of the body, pemphigus ends up in the mouth. When you look at the mouth, there is some, erosion also in the mouth. This is called pemphigus vulgaris. Vulgaris means common. This pemphigus is happening, then you have to know the treatment. Treatment is very difficult. Yes. You will find out many people who have done CME articles on this part, and they are not so successful in finding out the treatment properly for it. Some people may give steroid once in a month, cyclophosphamide for 15 days, then injection also 15 days, and so many molecules they may be given, but the result may be not so fruitful. So there are so many articles internationally from various journals, but then the result is almost not so good. And some people may be given some regimens. These regimens may work or may not work. But we have to be careful about the hypertension, blood pressure of the patient, the walking style, the food he or she is taking, and then his lifestyle. And we should not neglect him. The cotton clothes should be, towels should be cotton, clothes under him should be cotton, should be given enough food, enough taken care of. And if there are some investigations which are not proper, that has to be given also to the patient. This is how we are talking of pemphigus vulgaris. We can try. We can try again. And we can try again. But lead everything to the God Almighty's will, and you may get a success in it. May. This is all what we can say about pemphigus vulgaris. Yes, please.
Seborrheic,
What's the topic?
एक 1 minute सर. Seborrheic dermatitis क्या होती है?
I've already mentioned about seborrheic dermatitis, which is called dandruff. This is called scaly areas on the scalp which are coming out, and the patient takes a shower and goes to the office and sees some scales are coming up. This is how we come to the patient has seborrheic dermatitis or dandruff. This will be a situation in the part of the body which has a lot of hair, and then it may be having itch, may be itching, and then you will not go away so quickly. Patients are using shampoos twice a week or thrice a week, and then he becomes fine. And then he should not use a lot of scaling, should not use it. Try to open a comb which is open-ended comb, and then try to be pacific for yourself and not itching, and then sleep in ambient temperature room, and then try to wear cotton clothes. This is how we can say what is seborrheic dermatitis. Although it's not having an inflammation in the dermis, but it's called seborrheic dermatitis or dandruff as well. Yes, please.
I'll take.
Yes, please.
1 minute, sir. ड्रग रिडक्शन क्या चीज़ है?
Drug eruption. When you're taking some medicine, you see the skin, what you can see some patient who came to God, what happened? All blisters on the body. He will give you see that I has been taking this type of antibiotic, and take a new one. A new one, when he took all this happened. Then try to know the new one, it may be made in the home country. It's not the international, it has the international one, but not made internationally. This drug, the reason of all things happens is called drug eruption. This drug eruption can happen to anyone at any time. It's also different from FTE, fixed drug eruption. Fine, person with some analgesic, and some 3-4 spots became dark or red, and then dark black. That goes. This is called fixed drug eruption. But drug eruptions are also different situation. Then we find some people you have to give granula, maintain the IV, maintain investigations, all. And to give a lot of extra medicines, you have to take him in a good antibiotic, keep him in isolation room, take care of himself, let him walk, talk, and be comfortable. And he should not be left alone without diet. Small diet should be given and no risk should be taken for giving him any, I'm sorry to use the word local, any local medicine which you are not comfortable with. Use international brands, internationally made, which you are comfortable with. And that's how we can get rid of target eruption. Then you have to give a paper to the patient. Next time, whenever you would say, doctor, tell him you have this problem. And then he will take care of you, provide this type of targeted situations to you. This is how we can manage it in the future as well.
Sir, urticaria क्या चीज़ है?
When you talk of, I'll tell you one joke. Not a joke, real story. I saw one patient, came in emergency, saw him, gave some steroids, all blah blah blah. He has a very severe eruption on his scalp. It was like a black eruption, but it is an urticaria. I would see him every week. I would tell him stop, and then he was speaking English. Then he said one to me, listen, I will do another this hair dye. Next time I won't do it. I said, why? He said, tomorrow after 2 days I'm going to get married. And then I will not take this, and then I will not do this. So eruption, urticaria can happen to anyone because of any reason. I remember one gentleman whose mother got urticaria from this diet, like 7-Up or Pepsi, and she was having whole body urticaria. Urticaria happened to anyone. In a chronic situation may happen, or it may be like the lines it's called dermographism. When urticaria is happening, you have to think of angioedema, or in the neck as well. Whenever you are having urticaria, you have to take a patient, give him spironolactone, as you have to give steroids also, and solutions, tablets, and then the patient should be taken care of. Antihistamines can be given, non-set time. Don't prolong on steroids unnecessary for long period of time. And then take the patient's care. Blood, urine, stool should be taken there, should be seen nicely and comfortably and clearly. All investigations should be checked and given properly, and then his liquids, fluids which is taken should be maintained in an adequate way so that the patient is comfortable. Let him walk in his room, he should have a common cotton room, and then his clothes should also be cotton one, and he should not have overheated temperature as well. This is how to think of urticaria as a disease entity. Yes, please.
एरिथीमा मल्टीफॉर्मी क्या चीज़ है सर?
Erythema multiforme. Yeah, very nice question, but very difficult question. The erythema multiforme will be minor one, then major one, and then erythema multiforme will be over one, then Stevens-Jones syndrome, and 10 T toxic epidermolysis. Erythema multiforme means different situations in which erythema redness comes. The patient may see this type of situation every year or once in 2 years. Some redness may be coming on the arms and staying for a few days. You try to give steroids without oral steroids, and then you try to antihistamines as well. That's from the work, and then you see that they are going. Patient not satisfied, then you have to give him antiviral tablets as well. Within few weeks, the patient shall be fine. This is erythema multiforme. If this erythema multiforme is minor, no problem. It's major, then to give steroids, antiviral, all that parameters as well. Then you take care of the rest of the patient as well. But if both are increasing, too much muscles involved, mouth involved, there is the junction where this skin is connected, soft hard part is disturbed. That's called Stevens-Johnson syndrome. Stevens-Johnson syndrome. It's a syndrome with so many parameters in it. But if you are unable to manage it, then be mentally ready. God forbid if anybody has it. 10, not 10. Toxic epidermolysis, which will stage situation, the patient will come in an isolated room, in ICU, in a ward, in an office which is eating privately. One has to maintain, not to be visited. And this type of toxic situation, in this epidermis is lost, no more skin is there, and it is necrolysis, called necrotic areas of the skin as well. The patient's IVI has to maintain, the fluids to be given, and diet should be given properly and then taken care of regularly and actively. The patient can revert back. Reverting back is a little bit difficult as you go up, but you can try a lot and the patient may be fine very soon. But you should have strong nerves to take care of the patient with a smiling face. And we all be smiling with a happy face and happy skin.
और सर स्पाइडोगर्मा गैग्रियोसम क्या चीज़ है?
Pyoderma gangrenosum.
जी जी
When you have gangrenous area in the body and you have pyoderma, some type of fungal or some type of bacterial infection, and it's like a dermis is involved with some passy situation, and it's having a gangrene pattern. Then it's called pyoderma gangrenosum. Pyoderma gangrenosum is looking simple, but not so simple. To take care of the patient kept nicely, maintain this granulas, cannulas, and cover, and then give granula also, and then maintain the diet, his parameters for food and everything, and the fluids. And then for that area is a local antibiotic has to be given apart from the systemic antibiotic, and the patient should walk passively, so that things are taking place nicely. Try let him walk nicely in the room, softly, comfortably, not running too much. And then we gave him cotton clothes, ambient temperature of the room, not too much air conditioner, not too much hot, simple one, and then you'll find him slowly becoming fine. And tell the patient not to take any medicine which he don't have the proof. He should maintain the proof what the medicine is taking and for what disease. If you don't have any chronic disease, tell him don't take any medicine. Come to us every 10 days or 2 weeks, then we'll see you again, and again, and the patient will be fine and happy. Thank you very much. Yes, please.
इनफिक्स कैमोडार्मा क्या चीज़ है?
Pardon?
इनफिक्स एटोडार्मिया
Infective catodermia. When it is infective, some infection there, catodermia, which is one of the catarrh layer as well. Two stages involved, infective period is this infective catodermia. That purpose, topical antibiotic, systemic antibiotic, patient taken care of, patient take rest, nice temperature, hot and cold, 4 times cotton clothes. The patient should be taken care of nicely for systemic or antibiotics, and antihistamines should be given some rest also. And then let him walk passively in his room, adjoining his small area. That's the one which is beneficial for this type of situation, which infective keratoderma may happen to anybody. It can happen to anyone in any age and time. Yes, please.
जी सर, my question is and you end the video.
Thank you, Mr. Please talk to you all. If you have any question, you can send it through my email, through the email address, and then send the details, photographs, the data investigation, results which has been taken care of, and you can get questions right now, so that we can communicate more on the topic and on our patient. Have a happy day, have a good dermatology day, fine dermatology day, have a happy ending, happy time, and be comfortable and cool. The right treats have atlases, dermatology, venereology, and infectious disease, so that you are very comfortable with it. Have a comfortable day. Thank you for your patience. I will keep contacting. Thank you and bye for now. Thank you.